Today's video is brought to you by Kage. What's up everyone, my name's Amethine, your unfriendly neighborhood anti-villain, and today I'm playing Dune Awakening, and I'm gonna go over some of my favorite spots to farm some early to mid-game minerals. We are only going to cover copper, iron, carbon, and erythrite, and I don't know if I'm saying that last one correctly, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I will probably stay wrong, because why not? Language is made up anyway. Here we go! Okay, starting off with copper and iron. That's right, we're doing a 2-for-1 special starting out here, because you can farm both of these things in kind of the same area. This is up in the Vermilion Gap. I'm standing in front of my base here. I'm going to scroll down on the map real quick after zooming out. You can see Hagga Basin South down here where we start out when we first load into the game after the tutorial, if you played the tutorial. Then we go up here to the Eastern Vermilion Gap, and there is this big spire of a rock formation kind of in the center of the whole map there, which is where I've made my base. It's a nice little nook in the middle of a roadway. It's great. I can kind of control this alley here, and all around this spot, this whole island rock formation here, is a lot of iron, granite, and copper. Now, we're not really going to talk about granite because you can get that any and everywhere. You can also get copper and iron pretty much any and everywhere in the center of the map. Copper you can get down in Hagga Basin South, but I like the Eastern Vermilion Gap because I can get both copper and iron out of this one large area here. And in just a moment, you're going to see me path around kind of the route that I use. And during this process, I'm also killing enemies and draining blood from them so I can convert that into water to keep myself hydrated because dying sucks, especially when it's due to thirst. It is very uncomfortable. So, you can kind of go around this western edge here and go a little bit up north after that and kind of go clockwise around this whole thing, or counterclockwise if you're a rebel, you know, I'm not judging you. But you can work your way around. You might have to make a couple of trips if your base is located in this area here or wherever it is, because we aren't given a whole lot of inventory space or weight to carry, and currently there is no way to increase that in Dune Awakening. You can put an inventory module on your sand bike or your dune buggy if you have one of those, or your omnithopter if you've progressed that far yet. But even those can't hold all of that much, but it does add a little extra instead of you just carrying it around yourself. But I'm going to work my way around here in just a minute. You are free to watch my path or make up your own path, but I do love this central area here for both copper and iron. Coming up in just a minute, we're going to talk about carbon and erythrite, but first, we're going to do a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Kage, your everyday hyperactive German Malinois. That's right, I said German Malinois. And for just 3 easy payments of literally any healthy dog treat possible, you can have your very own fur-covered terrorist too! He's feisty, he's wily, he's borderline psychotic. He can run, he can bark, and he can tear up literally any toy or piece of furniture in your house. Act now while supplies last. Please contact your local shelter for available breeds. This is my dog, and no, you can't have him. And now back to Dune Awakening. So, I have started my route, as you can see here, to farm. Well, I'm doing iron on this run, but you can see copper deposits as I go. And also you can see here that I slayed somebody with a sword to prove that you can, in fact, take their blood while you're out harvesting minerals. So, coming up here in just a minute, if you want to keep watching this farming path, you can, or you can skip ahead and look at what I do for carbon and erythrite.
see some enemy fire.
All right, moving on to carbon, which means we have to go north to Jabal Eifrit Al-Janub. Yet another thing I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, and if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly and you don't like it, well, tough tarantulas, Terry. I'm going to pronounce it the way I want to, and you can feel free to come at me, bro, but I gotta warn you, if you do, all I'm going to do is tickle your toes and call you Strawberry.
Say what now?
Okay, the portion of Jabal Eifrit Al-Janub where I like to farm my carbon is directly north of where I like to farm my copper and iron down in the Eastern Vermilius Gap. Seriously, straight north from that rock island, that spire where I like to farm my copper and iron, just shoot straight north and you'll get to the area where I like to farm my carbon. And you'll see right here on the map, I like to use this section to the left in this little alley here where this arrow is pointing, and then just kind of make my way around that little section there. There's a lot more carbon in this area than the map indicates. You can't trust all of the symbols on the map. There is a lot around here, which you'll see as I go around and farm. There's a ton of carbon you can grab. And last but not least, where in the twinkle toes do I like to farm erythrite? Again, still no idea if I'm saying that right, and I really don't care. Where I like to go to farm erythrite is a little place called Chome Mining Extraction Facility number 6. It is the same place where a portion of the Advanced Trooper quest line, when you're trying to unlock upgrades to trooper skills and those high tier trooper skills, that quest line is going to take you to this general area. It is north in the Hagga Rift. Yes, I said north in the Hagga Rift, not east. Why north and not east? Because the east part of the Hagga Rift is a subterranean wasteland that I really, really hate. I do not like navigating it. I never know how to get out of there. So, to hell with that place. So I like Chome Extraction Facility number 6 because I can go down a bunch of stairs, go over to this little irradiated area, and there is plenty of erythrite to go around. Now, be careful if you don't have a radiation suit and you stay in this part of the map or in this part of the Hagga Rift for too long, you will die. Luckily, the radiation level is only number 1, so you can survive for a pretty good while. You can get all the erythrite that spawns there pretty quickly without dying. Just get out of there as soon as you can and watch on the map. I'm actually going to leave my journey to this facility from my base in the Eastern Vermilius Gap in this video so that you can see the path I take to get there. And if you find an easier and quicker one, by all means please tell me, because it is quite a journey. And I suppose I could move my base closer to this part of the map now that I'm at a spot where I should be focusing more on carbon and iron than anything else. But I worked too hard on my base and I don't feel like replicating it with that goofy little tool that they give you to do so. I'm kind of set in my ways there. Anyway, erythrite, up north, Hagga Rift, Chome Extraction Facility number 6, go down a bunch of stairs, and then follow a path to the right when you exit the facility, and watch my journey to get there, to get to all the erythrite that I like to farm. Plenty of it to go around there, and the Hagga Rift is a great place for erythrite in general, as long as you don't mind navigating that nightmare of a place. That is also the last you're going to hear from me for this video, everybody. I really appreciate you watching and listening. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help me and the channel out, help get this in front of more people, so hopefully they can find it a little bit helpful and informative. And if you know of better places to farm these materials being copper, iron, carbon, and erythrite, then please tell me in the comments. I'm always looking for better ways to improve and to find these materials at a quicker rate. These are just the areas I've found so far that have worked really well for me. So, once again, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I'm Amethine, y'all have a good one.
I see someone.